Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's exciting tutorial. So today I'm going to read to you this article, the First Women's Rights Convention. So let's go ahead and dive in. The First Women's Rights Convention, paragraph 1, and you'll see the numbers over here. In 1848, a convention of historic importance took place in Seneca Falls, New York. The small town was the site of the First Women's Rights Convention. At the convention, people voted on a series of proposals. Proposals are plans to be considered. One of them was that women should have the right to vote. Many people at that time were opposed to this idea, but the convention helped build support for women's voting rights, which eventually became the law of the land. Paragraph 2. The idea for the convention began 8 years earlier, in 1840. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott were among a group of women who went to London to attend the World Anti-Slavery Convention. Once there, they were kept out of the conference because they were women. So the group decided to meet on their own. Stanton and Mott agreed that another convention should be held. That convention would address women's rights. 8 years passed before the two women achieved this goal. In 1848, Mott was visiting her sister near Seneca Falls. Stanton was living there at the time. And Mott and Stanton met again with 3 other women. They agreed to plan a convention. Its purpose would be to discuss the social, civil, and religious condition and rights of women. Paragraph 3. Stanton agreed to write a declaration of sentiments. It would be the basis for discussion at the meeting. She modeled her document on the Declaration of Independence. That document said that all men are created equal. Stanton wrote that all men and women are created equal. She then listed 18 injustices against women. The Declaration of Independence aimed the same number of charges at England's king. Stanton also wrote 11 resolutions. Resolutions are formal statements voted on by a group. They pointed to areas where action should be taken to correct injustices against women. That's about. The 9th resolution proposed that women should have the right to vote. Paragraph 4. 300 people came to the convention in July of 1848. 40 of them were men. Everyone present voted yes to all of Stanton's resolutions except the 9th one. Then Frederick Douglass, who was formerly enslaved, spoke in favor of women having the right to vote. He convinced the convention to pass the resolution. 100 women and men signed the declaration. Many people criticized and made fun of the document and those who signed it. But harsh words did not stop the cause for women's voting rights. The small convention had begun a big revolution. Paragraph 5. The Seneca Falls Convention started women on a long pursuit for the right to vote. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Lucretia Mott, and many others devoted means dedicated yourself to something. They devoted their lives to the cause. Women finally won the right to vote 72 years after the convention in 1920. Of all the women who signed the convention's Declaration of Sentiments, only one lived long enough to exercise her right to vote. But the Seneca Falls Convention made it possible for future generations of women to vote and to pursue equality in other areas as well. Okay, so we are done here with the article. Now, you're going to write here the central idea, okay? And what you're going to do is, what is the article mostly talking about? You're going to write it there. What is mostly going on in this article? And then the supporting detail is whatever you write here supports what you wrote for the central idea, or it could be an example of whatever you wrote here for the central idea. So all of the supporting details, they should be examples of what you wrote for the central idea, okay? Then what you're gonna do here is, let's erase all. What you're gonna do here after, you're gonna use all the information from this chart and you're gonna convert it into a paragraph over here, okay? You're gonna convert that into a paragraph. So what is the central idea of the article? The first Women's Rights Convention used at least 2 details. I'm gonna give you a way to start this off. So you always gotta make sure you indent. So the central idea of the article is, and then you go ahead and answer whatever you think. And then you're gonna say, according to the text, it states, oh, period. Where it says according to the text it states, this is where you're putting your supporting details. So whatever you put here for supporting details, that's what you're gonna add here for where it says according to the text it states, okay? And then you're gonna do, oh, I lost the ability to write there. Okay, let's do it again. According to the text it states, this means this proves, and then you're gonna give another supporting evidence. So in addition, comma, the text states, make sure it's in quotations. Same thing, this means, this proves, this is where you're explaining your evidence. Okay, and then that's it. That's really simple. You have restating, answering the question, and your 2 pieces of evidence, and you're explaining that as well. Okay, and that should be a good format to help you to do that part. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you still need help, I'll be circulating in the classroom, or not if you're doing this at home. But good luck.